وصحبه أجمعين. Dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I welcome all of you wherever you are. I welcome you again with the second lecture of the explanation of Surah Al-Momtahina, with Allah Azza wa Jal saying, after seeking his refuge from the Shaitan al-Rajim, used to have a good example in Ibrahim and those who were with him, when they told their people, we are free from you and from what you are worshipping beside Allah. We have this belief in you, and there is a hatred between us and you until you believe in Allah alone. Except Ibrahim saying to his father, I will ask Allah's forgiveness, and I have no power over Allah Azza wa Jal. Oh Allah, on you we rely, and to you we have returned, and to you we should come back. Allah the Almighty is directing his believers in this ayah to take the example of the father of the prophets, Ibrahim, and those who believed with him, in their hatred or their dispute with their people. Allah is telling us there was a good example in Ibrahim and those who believed with him, meaning the believers who were with him. When they told their people, those who stayed in disbelief in Allah Azza wa Jal, and then challenged Allah Azza wa Jal, that we are free from you. First, Ibrahim and the believers, they are free themselves from the disbelievers and everything they worship beside Allah, from the all types of partner that they put with Allah Azza wa Jal. Allah said, those who worship the devil and whoever disbelieve in the devil and believe in Allah, he has taken the strong path with Allah. The shirk button partner with Allah and monotheism are not equal. They don't coexist. They can coexist in the daily life, but when it comes to religion and to the belief, each one is different. This is what the companion of the graceful said, Ibrahim, peace be upon him. He said that he and his followers said to the disbelievers, we are free from you. We disbelieved in everything you do, and we disbelieve in the idols that you worship beside Allah. The hatred is very obvious between us and you, and unless you worship Allah alone. And Allah put an exception here that Ibrahim said that to his dad, I will ask Allah for forgiveness. They free themselves from disbelief in Allah. They disbelieved into having partners with Allah, and disbelieve in all those who have taken something else beside Allah as a father is the enemy to Allah. So Allah put that this statement was done except for the exception that is that he is an enemy to Allah. He freed himself from his dad. Ibrahim used to ask forgiveness for his dad, so Allah descended. It was not up to the prophet and those who believe to ask forgiveness among the people of the hellfire. And the forgiveness, the asking for forgiveness from Ibrahim to his dad, it was on a promise he made to him. But when he found out that he is an enemy of Allah, he freed himself from him. Indeed, Ibrahim is always asking for forgiveness, always returning back to Allah. Then Allah told us about the people of Ibrahim and those who was with them when they left their people and they freed themselves from their idolatries beside Allah. When they went to Allah and asked him, oh Allah, to you we have relied on, and to you we have repented back, and to you we're going back. We have relied on you in all our matters. Oh Allah, yes, you are the Almighty. Do not punish us with under the hand of your enemies, nor from you if they were on the truth, oh Allah, do not make them victorious, and they'll be deceptive with it and they think they are on the right path. Oh Allah, do not make them victorious on us. If they did, they'll say, if he is a prophet, he will not be killed, or he will not be lose in any battles, and then that will even increase in their affliction and their test to Allah Azza wa Jal, then it pass. So do not send him onto us, so and forgive us. Cover our flaws. One of the things is sin. Do you remember the sin? He does not deny all of it. Then he thought that he is going to die, be doomed, no doubt. Allah will tell him, I covered you in the life, and I will cover you today. Allah is the Almighty, who is wise in His talk and His actions and His legislation. Allah's word has fulfilled truthfully and truthfully in its rules. And then Allah has stressed that there was an example for all of you in Yusuf, and for those who seek the hereafter. This is to affirm the statement before, when Ibrahim and his followers, they said they are free from those that they worship beside Allah. And he repeated again. So whomever wants Allah and the hereafter, that's an indication. Allah said, if you disbelieve, you and everybody on earth, Allah is sufficient and grateful. And then Allah said, maybe Allah will make between you and those that you have anonymously a veil or a separator. Allah is most forgiving. Allah is telling the believers to, and Allah is capable of everything, to combine between the things that are different. Allah Azza wa Jal, He will put harmony in the hearts after they have problem with each other. Allah is telling the Ansar, remember Allah's bounty on you when you were enemies, and Allah has made you and you were and He has saved you. Allah has shown you His signs. And in the hadith that the Prophet ﷺ, when he opened Hunayn and he distributed the gains, he gave the people of the soft heart, some share. So the Ansar, they felt a little bit lightly that they're left out. So he addressed them. He said, "Oh, son of Ansar, didn't I found you misguided, and I guided you, and Allah guided you through me, and you were needed money, and Allah made you sufficient with me, and you were dispersed, and then Allah has gathered with them." They said, Allah and His Messenger has more favor. He said, if you want, you could have said this and that. You could say, you came to us, you denied, and we believed you, and you humiliated, and we honored you, and you were expelled, and we gave you, and you were. Then Momtahina said, don't you want that you will go with the Ansar? If it was not from the migration, I will be people of the Ansar, and if people go through a valley, I will go with the Ansar. He said, you're going to have something after I leave, so be patient until Allah decide. maybe Allah will make something between you and those that you have enemies. And then Allah said, and He have softened the hearts between you. If you spend all the money on the earth, you will not be able to soften the hearts between them. But Allah did. He's almighty and wise. In the hadith, love your, and Allah could bring things after they both think that they separated. Allah is capable of everything, and Allah is most forgiving, and He, if they repent to Him, He will forgive all their sins. There's nothing is bigger than all my believers who have felt despair on themselves. Do not feel despair. Allah is the one who forgives the sins. And go back to your Lord and embrace Islam. Allah said, tell those who disbelieved, if they forgive, they will be forgiven what happened before. If they go back, then we go back to square one. And the people of Akhdud, after they had they disturbed the place with them, if they repent, Allah will repent on them. The Prophet ﷺ, he married the daughter of Abi Sufyan, Habiba. So it was love between him and he used him in Yemen. When he came back, and he after the death of the Prophet ﷺ, he fought and the sake of Allah after the death of the Prophet ﷺ. He's the one that Allah said, may Allah between you and those that you have enemies great deals. In Sahih Muslim, Ibn Abbas said that Abu Sufyan said, O Prophet of Allah, 3 things given to me. I need to give you 3 things. You order me, fight the disbelievers, like I used to fight the Muslim. He said, okay. And Muawiyah, he said, make him a writer between you. He said, I have. And then Allah said, Allah does not stop you on the things that don't fight you. And then expel you out of your places that you, it's very important that you have to be good to them and to be equal. Allah loves those who are. She said, my mother came in and she was disbelievers at the time of Quraysh. Another narration that Qutayla came to her daughter Asma, daughter of Abu Bakr, with gifts. And she had disbelieved. So Asma refused to take her gift or to enter her house. So Aisha asked the Prophet ﷺ. So Allah descended. Allah does not stop you from those who did not fight you in your religion and did not expel you, to be good to them. So he asked to accept the gift and to take it to their house. Allah wants to fight those who expelled you and or He forbid you to give them their allegiance. Take my enemy and yours as allies. You give them love, and they have disbelief of what came to you with the truth. And whomever use them, these are the aggressors. Allah has forbidden you from being with them. Those who are daily trying to, and they're proud of themselves of expelling you. Allah has ordered you to be enemies to them, and whomever use them, these are the aggressors. Allah said, oh, you believe, do not take the Jews and the Christians as leaders. They are allies of each other, and whoever does it is among them. Allah does not guide those who are misguided. We summarize the allegiance on so many things that goes to the love and the obedience, and the bara is the opposite. to hate and enormously and further distance. The براءة of disbelief in the disbelief and all sport. The براءة includes the deeds and they could be so the is allowed is the religious freedom, which is to be free from whatever they disbelieve when they worship something beside Allah. So if they are about to do that, we will not order to be free from them. So the Prophet ﷺ, he said about the people of if they glorify Allah's orders, I will give it to them. Ourselves from the disbelievers in a religious point when they put partner with Allah. But if they are in a different situation, which is either in this life completely or to call of goodness, so we'll not worship to declare our freedom from them. If this is obligated, then we could see immediately that the belief in the allegiance does not go against his nature of being good to your relatives and friends, and his nature is to be anxious to go home, even though if it is full of people. Allah, he said that he have made harmony and love, and the Muslim should not to marry from the people of the book, and she demand that he accept her religion. And we stress again this natural. So you cannot help people of Islam and it's against Islam and its people with the hatred that whatever they have of disobedience to Allah, and that should not make them not to leave any obligation. In summary, the allegiance requires the love to the people of Islam and to be free from those who are their enemies, and not to help in whether it is in a statement or work. And this is a common thing in all religions and laws. The love of the people of the religion does not change anything of the relationship, the social of the relationship. To give victory to each other from the religion, from helping the oppressed or those who are with calamity. Because of the enjoying what is good and forbidden what is evil. Dear brother and sister, we'll stop here today. Inshallah, we'll continue tomorrow. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.